And we are live with Super Geeked, Vicky Vale, and Oliver Twisted.
That's not my real name.
Go live.
That's not my name. That's what the kids used to quote me on the playground.
Well, that isn't that like Batman's girlfriend's name or something?
Yeah, well, it was because the movie came out when I was like, I don't know, 11. So everybody at the baseball park and the playground called me Vicky Vale.
Makes me feel old.
You're not that much older.
No, not really. Because I remember my parents taking me to see that movie.
Well, y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves and before you get started and let them know what's going on and what we're doing here.
I'm okay.
Gaela. Go ahead.
I said, I'm Gaela.
No, you're not.
Okay, I'm Victoria. And that's Oliver. And we have a YouTube channel called Super Geeked. And what we do is we celebrate everything we get super geeked about and everything our friends get super geeked about. And yeah, we just hang out.
And what is the YouTube page?
It's just, I sent you the link. You can put it on there. It's Super Geek. All you have to do is search for Super Geek and you'll find it.
What did you send it on?
The private chat.
Oh, okay. I guess that helps. I didn't look at that one yet.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to look. I sent some nudies on there of Oliver.
Oh.
No. Those aren't free. You have to pay for those on my OnlyFans page.
Well, I already had those anyway, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
You want to talk about our YouTube channel, dude?
Me?
Yeah,
sure. Well, originally, I think, Victoria and I had decided we wanted to do a podcast. And so we actually recorded one episode of the podcast. And, it was kind of like we were trying to learn the logistics of that and couldn't get, it just didn't feel right, I think. And so, Victoria is very visual in her. I mean, she's a master editor. She edits all of our videos and things like that. Does a fantastic job of it. But I think the video platform was more. That's what everybody was moving towards. Even though podcasting is still a viable media platform. I think for us, just the fit was better with the YouTube, doing the YouTube channel. And so I think. You had done several videos, didn't you, Victoria, before we started doing like the vinyl challenges and things?
Well, I had come up with the name Super Geeked because I wanted to do something that was like all encompassing, so it didn't just sort of pigeonhole us, because the nerdy stuff that I'm into is just the stuff I like. I mean, I'm not like Scott, who's like a library of nerd stuff. And so, I didn't want to.
I'm more like a bibliography.
Yeah. Yeah. So
be fancy.
I just tried to come up with a name that we could do whatever we wanted under that umbrella. And Oliver and I tried out the podcast. We had a good time doing it, but I don't know anything about doing this audio stuff. And I'm good with computers. I'm good with visual stuff, like Ollie was saying. I do graphic design, I build websites, things like that. And so it was easy for me to transition into doing the YouTube channel, doing all of our editing. We do all kinds of stuff on there. We do vinyl challenges because we all collect records. We do book reviews because we all like to read. And even though Oliver says I can't read, but
I still say you can't read.
Well, wait, hold on. Go back for a second. What is this vinyl challenge?
So every month we come up with a theme, and Ollie and I kind of go back and forth. And so I think this month we decided, since we can't see each other, we're going to do what are we listening to in the apocalypse?
Yeah.
And so
I'm going to have to join in on this one.
Yeah, we just
my taste is a lot different than y'all's.
Yeah. Hey, Brian. So we just picked things from our own collection, and let's see. In February we did Black History Month, so we picked Black artists that we were into, all all kinds of genres. We've done some kind of cheesy month where we're like, you know, albums that give us the feels that make us remember being young. And I don't know, like what else have we done? Oh, horror.
The first one
what?
we did,
Not horror.
Oh, horror. Okay.
yeah, spooky. We did spooky records for Halloween. Hey Dave.
Hey Dave.
We did the first one that we did was all about our youth and music that inspired us in our youth, and that we still, you know, that still kind of means something to us now. And let's see, what did we do? I can't remember all the ones we've done. We've gone through so many of them right now by this point, you know, that it's hard to remember. But the Black History Month was the last one, it's still fresh. So, you know, that still stands out.
Yeah, we didn't do it with a March one just because everything happened and we didn't know what life was going to be like. But yeah, so we're going to record one. We're just going to do it like this, like in a format like this, and do a vinyl haul because that's all we can.
Let me know and we'll take care of it. We can,
I'll start. I got my first one in.
We can get up to, as I was telling Ollie, we can get up to 6 people in
pick
here.
for the let's see, for the apocalypse. I got this.
Oh wait, hold on then. I'm gonna step away for a second. I gotta find mine.
Wait
I
a
got
minute.
this today.
How is this fair? Everybody should. Okay, I got you.
I still talk to you guys.
Hey Ollie, you know I always cheat.
You do always cheat. You always cheat. You did the same thing for Black History Month when you had like what, 4 different number ones.
Hey, there's Carl. I
Okay,
hope
good.
Carl's calling me sexy and not you.
Carl's here.
Hey Carl, I have your Christmas present. You ain't
I
getting
love
it.
you, Carl. I miss you.
Yeah, so I cheated on Black History Month. If y'all go back on our YouTube channel and watch the video, I couldn't narrow down my choices, so I totally cheated and I just brought a bunch of them.
And you know, the funny thing is you know, we went back through and we're looking, or at least I did, was going back through and looking at some of our older videos. The dynamic is, I think that's one of the things that Victoria, you and I have an incredible, and I say that because we haven't had a lot. We've only done like, what, 3 videos, all 3 of us together. And I want to do more of those. And those are so much fun because Gaela with her one-liners popping.
Yeah, Gaela's hilarious. That's her third partner. We didn't mention her. I guess we should. She's going to be mad at us.
I hope she's watching. Is she watching? Can you tell
I don't know. Maybe she'll surprise us and pop in on here.
I hope so.
And girl, if that's your present, that's sad. I'll definitely keep what I bought for you. If that's all you want to go over.
See, I'm gonna start off. Here's gonna be mine. And when it comes to the apocalypse, this is gonna be mine.
What is that?
That's funny. Well,
Yeah.
Because I want to go skeet surfing.
Dude, you have the top secret soundtrack.
I do.
You are my hero.
so
It was a recent pickup, so.
this album is from Waxworks. Ollie.
Yeah,
I
I
got
know
it.
I have
Okay.
that one.
Do you have it? It's sold out. Is
Yeah.
yours? Let's see what color it is for everybody.
Okay, while you're doing that, I've also got this one.
Oh yeah.
Sleepy Hollow.
Oh,
Rick Van Winkle.
is yours look
Boris
like this?
Karloff.
I don't. Hold on. Let me go get mine.
Oh, he's gonna run downstairs.
Oh boy, he'll be gone for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, David, that's my cousin on there. And then, of course, you cannot go through an apocalypse without this.
That's good. I don't have that. Oh, this is like a lighter gray.
See,
So-
Ollie,
Oh, this
Ollie,
is like a
you
lighter gray.
you have to have this to go with the apocalypse.
So
Because after listening to it for too much longer, you'll shoot yourself.
Oh yeah, yours is prettier. Trade me.
you have to give me one of those thumb hay.
No. I just got those.
I know. Look,
I got,
this is,
did you get a shirt with it?
no, I did not.
Okay, well I got
Oh.
the Living Dead shirt though.
Okay, so I guess I'm not going to post it. So Victoria, you know, I told you that I did. I sent Victoria a video for her to edit, and it hasn't come up on the YouTube channel yet.
Oh, I have that. That's racist. Put that away.
It is. It's only racist if you want it to be.
You sir are a racist. But anyway, so I sent Victoria a video to edit that I shot just the other night on things that I was using to stay healthy through this pandemic. And the last thing was like, you know, the most important is your sanity. And so
It's going a long time.
Yeah,
my mental
out the door.
hinges on this.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Velvet Goldmine, Scott?
Yes.
No, actually, I'm not.
You need to see this movie. It's loosely based on Ziggy Stardust,
Okay.
the character of Ziggy Stardust, and it's glam rock in the 70s.
Oh, then I like it.
It's got Christian Bale in it.
Really?
Yeah, John Reese.
All right, Davis. Oh,
Myers.
Myers. Okay.
John Reese Myers and Tony Colletti, who I'm a huge
Well,
fan.
I'll still watch it even though it's got Christian Bale.
Okay. Well, I mean, look how beautiful that is.
That was some
Ooh, that is
shady-
pretty.
Well, I'm trying to go. I gotta go the wrong way.
That's awesome, actually.
But it's
I almost want to get that to hang it up on my wall.
yeah. But it's great though. The music is really, you know, it's got some great artists on here and some great songs on here.
Sorry, I'm feeding the dog French fries as we talk.
Is that code for Sutton?
Hold on. I'll show you. It's become a mess, but here, I'll prove it to you. Let's see, where's he at?
Ooh.
There he is.
Hey. Aw.
I didn't know you had a dog.
Oh, now he messed up.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
There he is.
We there?
So, we were talking about yesterday when we had a conference call, and it was me and Oliver and Gaela. It was supposed to be a Super Geek meeting, but it wasn't a Super Geek meeting. We were just acting goofy. But I was talking about how
Hi, Anthony.
hey Anthony, how every I was reading about how much this virus keeps mutating, and of course my brain automatically goes to we're in the zombie apocalypse, and Joshua's second job, he's a firefighter, obviously like you, but he works at Bradford O'Keefe. He's not cool and owns a comic shop. But I asked him, I said, do y'all have locks on those freezers at Bradford O'Keefe? And he was like, yeah, but we don't ever lock them. I said, you better start locking those dudes. Because I'm telling you, the dead's coming back.
I don't know. I think if this is the start of the zombie apocalypse, maybe it's time. I mean, I keep saying this is like Darwinism at its finest.
I'm telling you, I'm going to get eaten first. So if y'all want to throw me in and run, that's fine. I'm down.
See, here's the trick to it all is you don't have to be the fastest one. You just can't be the slowest one.
That's right.
Oh, I just know I'm going to die. That's okay.
You just push people down and you move as quickly away as you can.
I'd be like, hey, zombies, can I have a hug?
Oh, God.
My kid said,
Hopefully
Mom,
there'll be vegetarian zombies and they'll eat grains instead.
Don't make fun of vegans.
He's gonna make fun of vegans?
Yeah, he said hopefully they're vegetarians.
And they'll eat grains.
Vegan.
I don't care if they eat me, I'm down.
Well, that's the thing. Actually, you wouldn't have to worry about it. If you came along, they wouldn't even probably want to eat you because you don't have any good bacon in your system and beef and chicken and stuff like that. So no, we'll pass.
I don't know now because you have to consider the fact that most of the animals that human beings eat are are not carnivores. They're most of the time Hi, David.
We already said hi to David. You weren't here.
Did we? Okay. Well, I said hi to David.
Okay. Don't make me fight you through this.
But anyway, I mean, think about it. Cows and sheep and pigs, they're all, grass-fed. So
They got steroids.
We will be the first to be eaten.
Well, all right, then I'm good with that.
They got to catch me.
Well, I figure my blood's so lubed up with grease and fat and oil, I'll probably go down pretty easily for them.
What was that you were eating at the Halloween event? What was that you were eating? It was like It was like
I don't
bacon.
remember.
It was something bacon. Bacon.
It was
stuff.
jerky. He's obsessed with that jerky.
Oh, the bacon jerky. Yeah, that stuff's good.
Yeah, it was jerky. That's right.
It was
Yeah.
honey,
Hey, Brad.
honey and spicy bacon jerky.
Hi, Brad.
What's up, Brad?
I feel like I know a lot of these people who are kind of like popping in.
That's the only reason they're here, because of you.
There's a few of them.
Are you calling me a hoe?
Yeah.
Better than being a rake.
Good story. Good story.
All right, let's get back to the Super Geek stuff.
Oh yeah.
So while we're here,
that's why I edit our videos, because they're just nonsense.
Okay. Well, so I think Victoria and I kind of grew up in a subculture. You know, we grew up with, you know, punk rock music and the DIY ethic and, you know, bands that were all about positive mental attitude and, you know, things like that. And so I think this was kind of our way of bringing that to the table. But at the same time, you know, there are other things that we're involved in. You know, like I've been a comic fan. You know, I love Scott's store. I've been in there countless times, and you know,
Scott.
JP and I would spend a lot of time in there. You know, just looking at everything that Scott had. Every time I go in there, I find something new that I want. You know, but you know, it's sort of us taking our geekiness and laying out our cards on the table and saying, okay, this is what we're into. And you know, that goes for comic books, graphic novels. Gail is also a graphic novel lover. She's a reader of graphic novels, and a lot of her videos, she's kind of shown a spotlight on some of the graphic novels that she's read.
well, one of the things I've found, especially in a no matter what you geek out about, it seems to be that the culture overall, for the most part, is very open-minded and very accepting, and you know, wanting to find somebody else that is like you to share your passions with. And you know, just because you don't like one particular thing or one particular artist or one particular comic or whatever, doesn't mean you can't find some common ground somewhere else and learn something new along the way.
That's right. That's right. And that's sort of what it was, is like, you know, with our background, you know, Victoria and I have discussed this. We've set up for Pride in Biloxi, and we've done various events like that. But we come from a background, from a subculture. You know, the punk rock scene is very open-minded, and kids are very accepting of other kids, despite what their sexual preference, sexual orientation, male, female. You know, it's an incredible scene that we came up in, and it taught us a lot of the ethics that we have today, and it's built who we are. And and there's always kind of been that sort of that seamless fade in with sort of geek culture and the punk rock subcultures and stuff like that. It's always kind of bled together somehow. And I mean, you know, we all ended up hanging out at the same bar doing punk rock karaoke and like that. So,
Well, how do you feel about the whole fact of, you know, now you know, it used to be back when we were all growing up, especially being you, Ollie. We
Hey, I just turned 40. I'm like,
oh, did you? Oh, see, you don't even look it. You don't even look it. So, all right. So take that as a compliment. But you know, actually, as us growing up, you know, back when we were first getting into a lot of this geeky, nerdy stuff, it really was a subculture, a subculture, because, you know, it wasn't the most popular thing to do. It wasn't the in crowd thing to do. You were almost an outcast by taking part in some of these things. And nowadays, the same things that you were an outcast for has become, you know, the most popular thing in the world. So your geekiness became cool.
That's
it's
right.
really weird. I mean, we started seeing that with punk rock, like when they started opening Hot Topics and stuff, because we had to get our punk rock gear from the thrift store. I mean, and so it's like really strange. I told my mom the other day, I said, she always used to say I was going through a phase. I said, I guess I'm not going through a phase, am I? Like all these years later, I'm still doing the same shit, you know?
Yeah, we're listening to the same music. We're reading the same comics.
We got the same bands. I mean, and one thing for us too with Super Geeked is we wanted to be able to not only celebrate the things that we individually get super geeked about, but the things that our friends get super geeked about. Because for example, Gaela, who's part of our team, is a vintage and a toy collector. She collects dolls and toys, vintage and modern. And I don't collect toys except for like, stuff like
Play school.
I have ET, like stuff that I was into as a kid. But she collects all kinds of stuff that I'm not into. But I love watching her YouTube videos that she creates for our channel. And I've had so many people say, I'm not a toy collector, but Gaela's videos are fun, or, I'm not really into horror books, but I like to watch Ollie's videos, and I'm a reseller, so I go thrifting or sourcing at like garage sales, whatever, and I resell clothing online. Well, Scott knows because Krista's my #1 customer.
No.
Every time
She may be your #1 customer, but I'm your #1 financier.
Yeah, she. By the way, she owes me $25 if you want to.
Oh, she's got her own job. She does her own thing. That's all on her now.
She had a job when she borrowed your credit card last event I was there. And
Yeah, that was not. Yeah, we're not talking about that.
So anyway, a lot of my videos are about reselling content, and even Ollie, he went along with me thrifting, and it was funny because that's not his thing. But we were going.
It was so much fun, though.
Yeah,
we had so much fun.
So really, we just want to celebrate everything that like our friends get super geeked about. I can't wait till we get to interview Scott, because one of my favorite things about coming in the shop is when customers come in and they're like, "Hey, do you have that one issue?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, it's in whatever number, whatever." And I was like, "What? How do you know all that?"
No, you've never heard me do that.
Yes, I have. That's plenty of times. So, it's fun. We want to feature our friends. We want Rachel to come on and, talk about her henna and how she makes henna paste.
Oh,
and,
definitely.
All
Well,
her
the same thing still applies to you too, though. I mean, people could come up to you and say, "Hey, who was that second guitarist in 1942 who played with XYZ punk rock band?" You're like, "Oh, that was Jimmy John Joe Bluff,"
Yeah.
So,
It's just
actually Jimmy Von Jopala didn't come along until the late 60s.
Nerd.
I knew you were going to say that.
But see, it's all a matter of what you're personally geared towards. So, I mean, same principle. There's a guy here that owns a shop next to us who's a Magic the Gathering player, and kind of interesting story. He's got a card that got graded, and we looked it up, and the thing's worth like 80 grand for one card.
What?
And I'm sitting to myself, I said, "Dude, you need to sell that." He said, "Well, no, I might hold on to it for a little bit." And I'm like, "Dude, if I had a card worth $80,000, I would sell it in a heartbeat." But then one of the guys here said, "Well, no, because you've got an Amazing Fantasy 15, which is the first appearance of Spider-Man, and I have 2 of them, and they were my dad's copies, and one of them is probably worth about $80,000, and I wouldn't get rid of it for anything."
Look at Ollie's face.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I feel like if you had a record like that, though, you would be the same way.
Well, so I do have like the most expensive record of my collection. I didn't even know was worth anything at all, and I've had it for so long, and I can't even remember where I got it from. But as it turns out, it's the most expensive record of my collection. And my best friend, who's also my best friend in Miami, JC, he looked it up and he was like, "Do you realize how much this record is worth?" And I'm like, "Really?"
What
So,
record?
and it's not that much. I think it's like maybe $5-6 grand. I think
What
that's
is
what he
it?
said.
Oh, that's not much.
It's oh God, what is it? SSD control. SSD control. The kids will have our say. The ones where all the kids are
I'm going
storing.
to look it up on Discogs and see.
All right, I'm gonna leave y'all to your own designs for a second, so I'm gonna take the dog outside for a walk, so he doesn't pee all over the show.
No.
So let me. You'll be there and you'll be on your own, but I'll be right back.
Because I'm the big bad wolf. What'd you say?
I didn't know he was going to delete himself, though.
No, I didn't realize he was going to pop off like that.
I just heard my kids coming in the house.
I can come right back, but I'll be right back. But it's more interesting without a blank screen up there. So back to y'all.
Okay, I'm glad we didn't say anything bad.
Yeah, I could still hear y'all when I clicked off too. So I heard everything you said.
Okay. I didn't say anything bad about you. I didn't.
So what else do we have going on with Super Geeked?
What do you mean? What else do we have going on?
Well, we do book reviews, so
Yeah, and we've got a book review coming up that we need to shoot.
we have a book review that I have to edit, which was the last book that you and Gaela read, which was what?
What was the last book we read? Oh yeah, John Dies at the End by
Oh, yeah,
David. Yeah.
So we went and recorded that because we were together. And so, what are you doing?
I'm trying to. My camera was getting ready to go black again.
Oh, well, so we have that I have to edit, and then also we're reading The Dirt right now.
The Dirt.
True story, which I've read before and Gayla's read before, but it's really funny. At least I remember it being funny, and now I realize it's kind of sad.
It's very sad. It's very sad because when you said that, when I was texting in the conversation, and you said that it was funny, I'm like, are we reading two different books here? Am I reading the wrong book? Because it's.
I read it when it first came out, so that was a long time ago. I was in a different phase in my life, I guess. But I think the funny part to me was that they each sort of interpreted an event, you know.
Yeah.
So you kind of like you got to hear all their voices on like one event, you know. So that's kind of funny. And Mick Mars is hilarious because his chapters are like one page, and it's like something ridiculous.
Right.
So.
Okay, hang on. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see. You're not moving. Oh, there you go.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I told you my phone was getting ready to go black on me again.
Technical difficulties.
I'm not quite finished with. I'm almost there. I think I've got a couple more chapters left to read, but I'm really enjoying it. But it's been a hard read, you know. The rock and roll biographies, I really love them. I do. I think out of all of them that I've read, and most of the ones I've read have been pretty light. I know that what does this button do? Oh, God, what does this button do was really light because he didn't talk anything about relationships or anything like that. It was all about his experience with his solo career and Iron Maiden and stuff like that. So. But it was a very entertaining read because Bruce Dickinson is such a witty guy.
He can sing like crazy too.
Yes, he can. You can see.
Oh, you got your shirt on.
I'm clearly not a fan at all.
You're a nerd.
I've always liked the bands that had operatic type lead singers. Rob Halford, Jeff Tate, all these guys to me put out some of the best music because they understood how their voices worked and just could take it to places that nobody else ever could other than them.
Right. Man, Queensryche, forget about it, man. Operation Live Crime, I am so down with that. And the funny thing is, Scott, JP, when I lived in Tennessee, JP got a ticket to go see Operation Live Crime in Mobile, Alabama. And JP was like, JP is like the, what did I call him? He's like the rock band whisperer.
Oh, yeah.
I kid you not, because look, we're scared. He's like, let's go outside and wait to see if we can meet the band. I'm like, dude, there's no way in hell we're going to get to meet the band. We're going to stand out there with all these other morons. And, he's like, just trust me. So we go out there and we're standing outside the Sanger Theater in Mobile, Alabama. And there's barricades up and their tour buses right there. And we're standing there and I don't know what he said, but Jeff Tate comes out. JP goes right over there too and leans in and says something to him. And the look on Jeff Tate's face is like, he's kind of like confused. And then they started talking, and then next thing I know, they're best freaking friends. and then the rest of the band start coming out, and they're like, "Hey, come here, let me introduce you to these guys." I'm like,
wow. He was an interesting guy, and honestly, with so much talent and so much energy, which you would honestly, that was the worst part, unless he was on rum. But he had so much energy for such a big guy, and
Yeah.
his heart was as big as anything. He was just a phenomenal person, and the guy was so talented. Speaking of operatic things, he sang a lot of stuff like like Journey and Steve Perry and stuff. He was another operatic singer, which JP was in a fashion as well. And the guy could draw, he could paint, he did the digital stuff, he could play, he could sing. I'm like, what can't this guy do?
No, he was, man. He was a Renaissance man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He really was.
Matter of fact, he is the reason why I got in with Pensacon of all things.
Yeah.
Back when Pensacon was supposed to be in the little hotel and little ballroom there, he introduced me to the guy who owns it, Mike Inslee, and now me and Mike are the best of friends. And but if it weren't for JP, I would have probably never known about it, done it, or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, if it hadn't been for JP, you and I would have probably never met.
Right,
And,
right.
So I mean, he dragged me around a lot of times, and I was I gave him hell about it, but he would drag me around to places that I really didn't want to go, but now I'm glad I did go.
Mhm.
And of course I'm not referring to your shop in that, but he dragged me to some places, and a lot of the friends that I have to this day, I really owe to JP because like Chuck Jett.
Mhm.
Chuck Jett is a dear friend now, and I met him through JP. Andy, Andy's a good friend now because of there's been several other people that have kind of come and gone, but those are two. There's been a lot of people.
We had Andy on here the other day. He got on here with his puppet Roscoe and interviewed Ming and Mike from Comic Book Men.
Yeah,
And it was
a portion of that.
The perfect way I could describe it is it was a train wreck, but that is exactly what Andy does.
You're right. You're right.
And he's got that what virtual convention he's like setting up.
Yeah, I think I got to get on there and look on something like that too. But yeah,
banner. Like Ollie's like, you got to make some banners because I do all the graphics for us. So I haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, Andy is. Have you ever met Andy before, Victoria?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He came to Ollie's apartment one time and we were all hanging out.
Andy is a character unlike any. He does another one. He's a character unlike anybody else. Same thing. The guy's talented as all get out, and intelligent as all get out, until you hear him talk. Then when you hear him talk,
hi Sherry.
Hi Sherry. When you hear him talk, you think, oh my God, this is the redneck from hell, and the thing is, he really is. But he's the intelligent redneck from hell.
The stories about his talking cat, man.
Oh God! Honestly, he's one of those ones that I'll put it this way: there's been times where I've been bored at work and nothing to do. I'm like, let me call Andy, and I know I'm going to be entertained for at least 3 to 4 hours. And even then, I'm like, all right, Andy, I got to go. Well, let me tell you about the time where I broke the pew in church. That type of thing.
That's awesome. We need to get him on the YouTube channel.
Oh, dude, he actually we might be able to bring him in on this one. Well, he's probably working. I think he's working during the week. He's only off on Saturdays and Sundays. But if y'all want to do this again, we can bring Andy in on this. But just be prepared.
I'll probably.
It's going to be an experience.
Roscoe will steal the show.
Yeah, I'm a tinkler. One time we were coming back from Chicago.
You're gonna tell me.
So like we're driving back from Chicago.
You realize this is live, right?
Yes. So I had
make sure.
I had this idea that we should get on Urban Dictionary and look up words. And we were laughing so hard that I literally peed my pants 3 times. We had to stop so I could change, and then I ran out of clothes because it was the end of the trip. I said, we got to stop reading this stuff, guys, because I'm peeing myself. I'm out of clothes.
Well, I mean, you know what you can do.
I know.
There is something to help with that, right?
Oh, I'm fine with it. It's just a tinkle.
Yeah, it depends.
It's just a little tinkle.
Did you just air dry finally?
Yeah, my friend Amber Beaver is a straight up peddler. Like,
Oh, see, now we're Amber Beaver and you're tinkling, and yeah, okay, all right, this has gone way off the rails. You sure Andy's not in here?
Amber, I gotta say, Amber's good feet.
She's hilarious.
She really is.
That's another thing. It's like we wanted to start this channel because we have amazing friends. They're funny. They're ridiculous. Like,
well, honestly, if you know any of them that are not busy right now, if you get them, I can send them the link I sent you for this. Yeah, and we can bring them in.
So you use that same link for everything, so we can.
Just for this particular stream. The next stream we do, we'll have a separate link. No. Well, thank God it didn't do that way. Each one's got a different code at the very end, and that they're all specific to different ones. But
the 21st century.
But yeah, if you wanted to bring anybody in, all you gotta do is send them that link. They'll come in.
Cherry said she's a tinkler. She feels me, so.
Oh boy, she did not say she was a tinkler. She just said she feels you. I have proof. It's right there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, never mind.
There are more people that are tinklers than you know.
Well, I mean, everybody is a tinkler, just not always in their pants.
True story.
Well, I don't know. I like to laugh, and it just comes out. I don't know.
And that's the thing with Victoria and I. The reason why I wanted to do this, and I think Victoria and I even covered it in our best friends video. One of the reasons why we're the kind of friends that we are is because we have so much fun. We laugh a lot.
Oh yeah,
we really do. I mean, we enjoy each other's company because we laugh.
And no sense of boundaries. Obviously.
Yes, no sense of boundaries.
There's that.
They actually fight a lot too.
Well,
that's what family does.
We do fight a lot, but a lot of it is just short lived.
But dear people, we were at Equality Fest, and we had a booth. Well, Scott knows because we borrowed a broken tent, and we literally started play arguing, and these girls walked in our tent and walked right back out.
They did.
Well, that's a great way to make sales.
Yeah. Hey, we don't care. We're just in it for the experience. Like, we're not worried about the money.
All right, I'm gonna let Krista know that.
No, don't tell her. She's my best customer.
I don't know. You have to get her away from that Wish app, because we still get stuff coming to the house from all that crap from. I keep getting worried because a lot of stuff's coming from all over the place. I'm like, great, here comes one from China.
Well, I have a rack of clothing behind me. So, Krista, if you'd like to come over and try anything.
No, I can cut you up in a heartbeat. And she's gone. And
oh, I'm gonna go beep beep beep.
Wow.
That's a bad word.
I love having control on here.
Oh God. Yeah. So, I know something else we're gonna do that's fun. My friend is a ghost hunter, and we're gonna have him as soon as this whole thing, the stay-at-home thing's over with. He's gonna take us ghost hunting with him. So that we thought that'd be fun.
Yeah,
well, what's cool is we can actually do the same thing here, because you can take your phone and we can do the same exact thing we do here. So you can do it live if you want to.
Yeah, I'm down.
Well, then you get to hear all
we need to interview you.
We do.
Oh, no, I'm good.
No, we want to know. We want to know your deep dark secrets.
That's right.
I love bacon and beer.
We know that.
That's it. There's no secrets.
Yeah, we knew about your meat fetish, though.
Yeah, I mean, hey. But
I do have to say, Scott did hook me up. Ollie, I don't think you were at. Was it Free Comic Book Day last year? And you had the Wings guy. What's his name?
Oh, True.
Yeah, True. And he fried cauliflower for me since vegan. So.
Honestly, I'm glad that happened, because I'm gonna tell you right now, he was doing chicken wings, everything else, but he does French fries. Well, then we were asking, we knew she was vegan, so hey, do you have anything that she can eat? He's like, dude, tell you what, if you get somebody to go grab me a couple heads of cauliflower, he goes, what I'll do is I'll fry it up where I do the French fries, so it's not cross contaminated whatsoever. He goes, I can make them things taste just like chicken wings, and I'll be damned if they weren't actually better.
Yeah, I know you and Q were like, dude, these are amazing.
It was just, I mean, really and truly phenomenal. I got to try to get him on here. He's a promotion machine. Well, matter of fact, he just did one. We saw him before all this crazy started, and we went over there to where he was set up, and I ended up getting a chicken fried steak sandwich with an Asian ginger soy sauce Asian coleslaw with teriyaki sauce on it. It was just, dude, it was the messiest, most delicious thing I'd eaten in a long time.
And he's like the nicest dude. Like True is like so nice. And
Oh yeah.
so yeah, we appreciate him. I gave him so many props. Like that cauliflower, I'm still talking about it.
Well, he was supposed to be back here this year, but in about a month. But unfortunately, that's postponed for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, that's a bummer. That's like our big event every year. We do the most sales at Free Comic Book Day at your shop.
You know, it's kind of funny. I've had a lot of people, even like comic artists and stuff, tell us they actually do better here financially than they have done like all weekend at some of the bigger conventions.
Yeah, we definitely, I mean, Free Comic Book Day, like, and we sell like, clothing, Gaela sells her toys, we sell some artwork, we sell like a mix of stuff. And we had such good sales.
Hello?
Well, it's because of Krista.
Yeah, it was Krista. That's why I had him. She's like pushing, give Daddy more drinks so I can get his credit card.
Lloyd goes, I want that.
Yeah, that was not fun.
And Pride, we did Pride in Biloxi, and we had some really good sales there. We thought that would be a different market, people who probably never heard who we were, and we had fun.
Probably
there.
a lot of the same people, believe it or not. Yeah,
there was a lot of young people, and people were really shopping.
It was nice though. I mean, the weather was beautiful. We had a really good time out there.
Well, honestly, that's what I find about doing shows and things like that is it's we joked about it, but really and truly, the money is secondary. It's really and truly all about having fun with your friends, and
That's right.
Basically, it's a reason to meet up. That's all it really is.
Yeah. Because to be honest with you, I have an Etsy shop where I sell my boxes and stuff, and I can make money off of that without going and setting up for it.
Speaking of which, send the link to it.
Let me get. I have one.
Okay.
Just send the link over in the private chat.
But you're right though. Setting up for those events like that, it's all about having an excuse to go and hang out with.
This is one of Ollie's coffin boxes. This is his Freddy Krueger one, and I'm obsessed with Freddy Krueger, so.
Or it could be a slice of pizza box.
Is it signed by the artist? Look, is it signed by it's got the artist's signature in it. So every time someone comes to our table and starts looking at these creepy coffins, Ollie's like, open it up. It's signed by the artist. I'm like, dude, you're the artist. Like, why are you doing that?
But that sounds better.
So Sherry asked what I sell. I sell my artwork on Etsy too, but I also sell clothing. So, like, this is my rack.
Say that again.
This is my rack. I sell a lot of like vintage inspired clothing. And then I sell vintage clothing on Etsy too, but I sell a lot of clothing on Poshmark and eBay. And that's actually my main income now. I lost my job last summer, and now I'm a reseller full time. So I do our YouTube channel and I resell.
Yeah, you need to get some stuff up behind you instead of the bookcase or whatever, your glass case behind you. You need to have some of the stuff hung up so you can actually see it.
Look,
so I know you got a lot of nerdy stuff too. Yeah, there we go.
It's like a pop culture, like it's got like ice cream on it, but it's like on pop art print. It's so cute. Krista, this will fit you.
I will delete you again.
So, but I do paint too. Oliver's an amazing artist. I think that's why it's easy for us to do like the YouTube stuff, because we are both visual artists. Like, You know, I've been painting my whole life. I know he's been painting his whole life, and you know, things like this, like, you know, he does these like novelty things, but he does amazing paintings. And I do like horror art door hangers that sell really well when we do conventions and like free comic book day. So I'll do stuff like that, or I'll do like, you know, Doctor Who. I did a Baby Yoda one. That
Yeah.
was, Ollie stayed the night at my house, and we worked on that one night, and I sold it, you know, last convention we did. So
And she's like, that's not gonna sell. Nobody's got. I'm like, it's Baby Yoda. It's gonna sell. And it's
well,
like,
I wanted to add some details around it. So yeah. So it was just plain. It was just Baby Yoda's head, and I was like, I don't know, maybe it needs something else. He's like, leave it. I did put some extra green spray paint around him. So
yeah.
Well, Ollie, do you have any of your artwork hanging around, or something we could show on here too? And if you want, send me a link so we can show people where to go to pick up your stuff.
here, I'll
Yeah.
send the link. Ollie, I'll send the link over to him.
Okay.
Yeah, just get some of your artwork and projects together, and so we can show it on the screen.
Okay. Well, it's kind of all downstairs, so I'll have to
Oh.
run grab them. I'll grab
All right,
a
we can-
few pieces.
Yeah, you can do that right quick.
All right. I'll be right.
We're still good.
Okay.
Just leave me and Victoria here together, and nothing good will come of it. I can promise.
I'm looking up his shop. What's the name of his shop? I forgot the name of his shop.
Oliver Twisted.
No, it's Dust to Dust Studios.
Dust to Dust Studios.
Yeah. So I'm getting the link.
Yeah, we'll put it down there at the bottom down here, so people can see it. And then hopefully we can, let's see. Sherry says that look at the outfit in her profile. There's a lot behind her that she got from her mother-in-law's hoard.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, where is this? I'm looking for his link. I know it's on YouTube. Let's see.
Uh-oh, here he comes back.
I gotta find my portfolio somewhere up here because it'll be easier to show a lot of that. But I have one piece that I don't think she actually broke. I've got to fix her. But this is what I don't know if you can kind of illustrate like this.
I know. I was getting. I love that one.
And
Oh, wow.
She's broken. I've got to fix her. This is sculpted, so if you can kind of see that's all raised. Everything on here is raised. And,
What you ought to do is where it's broken, you ought to hinge it so she can kind of like lay down.
But that's sort of the thing that I do. Let me see if I can. But I don't know where it is.
See, in the background, we can put. Let's see.
I sent his link to his. Whoa! Why is it just me?
Oh, hey, girl. How you doing?
Whoa!
All right, there we go. Sorry, I'm still playing around with this thing too. So.
Freaking me out.
And I'm a huge Tank Girl fan. Scott, I think you know that.
Oh yes, you and Rachel both.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I gave Rachel the old Tank Girl she has. Those were mine.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you. I have a bunch of, incidentally, on my Instagram page, which everybody is welcome to go take a look at. I think it's all public. On my Instagram page, I have a lot of my artwork posted on there. So if anybody's interested, it's Werewolf 138, I think, isn't it? On my Instagram.
Yeah.
And you can go check out what I've got over there on Instagram.
Yeah, we if you go to our Super Geek stuff, all of us are linked on there. We have a link tree that's on our Instagram, the Super Geek. And if you go to that and go into our profile, there's a link tree that has Oliver's Etsy. It has mine and Gaela's Poshmark stores. It has my Etsy. It has our YouTube channel. So any links that we have are on Instagram if you want to go and check it out.
Yeah, at the bottom is Oliver's link.
Yeah.
Scrolling through there.
Do you have paintings on there, or are they just your coffin boxes?
No, right now I don't have paintings. I do intend on putting paintings up there. It's just I don't have them right now.
I just thought about something. So, you know, since
Now we have the other one.
since Ollie and I are both painters, one of the projects we're doing coming up on the YouTube channel is we decided to do a collab painting. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start the painting. I'm going to do some work on it, and then I'm going to stop, and I'm going to give it to Ollie. And we're not going to discuss it or anything. He's going to take it back home. He's just going to paint based on what I did. And then whenever he feels like he's at a stopping point, he's going to return it. And we're going to go back and forth till we have the painting finished. And then we're probably going to give it away. So we're going to, because we said once we got like over 100 subscribers on YouTube that we were going to do a giveaway. So we're going to give the painting away.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we'll have that coming up.
So
You can just give it to me.
Definitely, everybody needs to subscribe to the Super Geek channel. You know, because I'm sure we're multimedia that somehow with your wizardry.
Let's see. There we go.
Yeah, our yeah, that's my Poshmark. But the YouTube channel, we have a very small YouTube following, but that's okay. Like, we're stoked at anybody who wants to come and watch what we're doing. Like,
Absolutely.
it's amazing to me that like people even want to watch us, you know, or that we get really positive feedback. And so yeah, we're just happy doing it. It's fun.
Let's see.
Sherry, I don't know if Scott's buying stuff right now, but also I've heard that like Gaela started selling her vintage toys and some of her pop figures and stuff on Mercari. I don't sell on Mercari, but they do have a different sort of audience. And of course, there's always eBay. But
Yeah.
and then vintage stuff, I do really good with vintage on Etsy. Like Etsy people know how vintage is priced, what you need to pay for it, and like I sold a tank top I bought for $4 from the thrift store for $45 the other day. So they know vintage pricing. So yeah, that may be some options for you too. I hate that you're having to sell any collectibles, but I totally get like everything that's going on. We're all just trying to make it. Like I see kids coming in back there. Hey.
Uh-oh. Oh, both of them.
Oh, you hear them? They said John Oliver Tilly. Oh.
Hi, guys.
Look, there's Mr. Scott.
Hi, Mr. Scott.
Hey, bud.
There's a whole bunch of people watching this you can't see.
Huh?
We're like on the internet.
On the interwebs.
Yeah. All right, y'all go back out.
Oh,
Okay, go.
You're not told about that.
Okay, go play video games. Yeah, okay. I got.
Yeah, it used to be go play outside, go have some fun, go in the sun, go play with your friends. Now it's like, nope, stay in your room.
Yeah, trying to make it like I'm stuck at home with a 5 and 6-year-old. I'm about to go nuts.
Well, as opposed to Josh, who acts like a 12-year-old. So
Yeah, when he's home, because he's like I said, he's a firefighter like Scott, so he's home for 48 hours at a time. Yeah, it's 3 kids at home.
yeah, I can't wait till we all actually get together again and go hang out and do something for a change.
I'm gonna hug the shit out of all of you.
Oh boy.
So all you non-huggers,
Uh-oh, we lost Ollie. He dropped out. Hopefully he'll come back in. He must have lost signal or something.
I hope his phone didn't die. Now I don't
Hopefully he'll
have
be
anybody
able
to
to come
boss
back
around.
though.
I gotta have somebody to boss around.
Yeah, hopefully he'll end up coming back. He must have dropped out. Let me pop in here and let him know that all he's got to do is just re-click the link and come back in.
So something funny is, you know, if you haven't watched our YouTube channel, we do videos together, the 3 of us, but we also do videos that are individual, obviously, right now, especially, but on a normal basis, I don't see the crew all the time. So I'll make videos on my own. Ollie lives in Hattiesburg. So he makes videos sort of far away and just sends them to me. But he will record some videos and leave a little message at the end, like telling me that I'm bossy or like weird stuff. I'm like, I'm not gonna edit your videos anymore. I'm gonna like do terrible things to you.
Well, he probably liked that though. That's the only problem.
He is free.
Well, I mean, but that's why we all love him.
Yeah, that's true. I love him most days.
Most days, except when you're fighting and.
Yeah, well, we fight every day anyway. That's just how our relationship is. Whoa,
See, look at that. We could have all kinds of fun.
that is fancy. I like that you used our little what gets you super geek.
Yeah, I was trying to look for some other stuff to put in there, but that was the one that kind of worked perfectly.
I was gonna say if anybody wants to be on our channel, we would love to have you. It doesn't matter what you're into. We would love to feature different people. So you can get a hold of us on Instagram or Facebook and just let us know. We'll set something up once we can once we can go out and about.
Well, or you can do it online. It doesn't have to be out and about. You can
Yeah.
interview them on here.
Yes.
Now, aren't you lonely?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, no, because I don't have an ET to hug on for right now. So, but I mean, it's
So
quite honestly, I'm enjoying the little bit of alone time. I mean, as much as I love being around my friends, this is actually forcing me to do some stuff that needed to be done for a while, like cleaning up stuff in the house and doing like deep cleaning on things and shaving the dogs and all kinds of other stuff. So
I love that you're doing lives all the time because literally, like, I wake up and I'm like, oh, there's a live going on. Scott's got a live. So, like, I'm watching. I'm like, this is great. Like, because I'm always on YouTube watching like YouTube videos. So, like, it's great to see these live videos coming up.
We have another one. We're going to try something a bit different tomorrow. We've got Meg and Mike are coming back on. And but we're going to do something a little bit different rather than just talk. Mike had the idea last time of us just setting up and doing like a live online auction because
Great.
Well, the thing is, their reach is a lot further than ours.
Right.
So even though it's on our channel, they share it to theirs. They do all this stuff. So, but yeah, it could turn out to be we might end up making some money for a change for a day.
I have to say too, like, for anybody who's watching, like, if you don't know Scott really well, like, you need to get to know Scott because he is so good to everybody. Like, all his friends, yeah, whatever. You take care of everybody. I have never, like, you are just so nice, and you do.
I take care of the people I like.
You like me? You do?
You like me. You really like me.
I wonder what happened to poor Ollie.
I know. I can't.
I don't know. I sent him a message telling him all he's got to do is click the link to come back in. He's seen it, but I don't know. Maybe his iPad died. He lost signal. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't get a great signal at his apartment, so maybe that's what it was. Because like I said, he lives in Hattiesburg, well, on the outskirts of Hattiesburg, so.
Well, maybe he just needs to well, he was using his phone, wasn't he?
Yeah, but still, he doesn't get great reception in there. Sometimes his phone cuts out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably what happened. Hopefully, we'll give him a few minutes and see if he comes back. If not, then we'll continue on without him.
Yeah. So besides the lives, what have you been doing?
Honestly, it's about it. Between working, I mean, they've got us to where we can have as much overtime as possible at the fire department now. All you have to do is put in for it.
Are you sleeping in a room with other dudes?
No, we all have our own room.
Well, because I know some of them have like bunk mates.
Not in Biloxi anymore. Every one of our stations have their own individual quarters.
Yeah, Ocean Springs. Like that.
Well, what they did was even the ones that had the open floor plan where the beds were just right next to each other and stuff. They've actually all the fire department guys have come through, and we built our own basic cubicles out of the whole thing.
Yeah, because I think I toured Station 1 one time, and they're just like walls between the beds or something.
That one's still the same way. Well, maybe they may have actually finished it up. I don't know because of the fact that I haven't been up there in so blasted long. I couldn't tell you, but even some of the older stations. Well, actually, no, there is still one station where it's an open bunk room, which is the Back Bay station. But the beds are really far. They're probably about 10 feet apart. So
Yeah. I worry about you dudes. It's like,
honestly, as long as you're careful, then I mean it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
we're lucky enough to still have a job,
oh yeah. Oh,
and
I'm
so
grateful for it. So, because I mean, but he's going grocery shopping for us, and like
yeah,
he's out in the world so that I can stay home with the kids.
there he is. Let me bring him back in. Hey,
And Jen said she wants the background. Thank you. I made that. That's one of our intros on our YouTube channel for our YouTube videos, and it just basically says what gets you super geek. So that's sort of like our little logo thing.
and also I don't know if y'all have ever met Jen before. Jen is another one of our friends, one of our local comic book artists. She was in Pensacola area.
That's
Now
weird.
she's over a little bit further in Florida, but we still love her.
But
and
I feel like they have
Jen's
that
kind of
stuff
the
at
same boat we
Stop,
are. We're
that
doing some stuff. Matter of fact, we did a live stream not long ago with her, just a couple days ago, with her and Jeff Johnson and a few other ones, Dave Bain. And rather than have a drink and draw, Jen came up with the word booze and doodle. So
I love that.
so she had her mommy juice. I had a growler of beer plus a few, and let's just say it went on far too long. A little bit too much was drank, and we're gonna try to do it again with a little more restraint.
Ollie, what happened?
My internet sucks here in
That's
Hattiesburg.
what I thought. I figured that's what it was.
But I will tell you this: Jen's a great one for y'all to interview as well.
Okay.
Her being a comic artist and doing stuff, she's got a lot of stories to tell. She's I mean, does some fantastic work. Let me see if I can pull something. Oh well, actually, let me pull this up and I'll post it because somebody actually owns the original to this. I won't say who because it's me. But let's see. Let me put this on here.
Me too.
But this is some of Jen's artwork. Right there.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I've heard you talk about her before.
Yeah, Jen's a super sweet person. I said incredibly talented. Her whole family are just incredible. We love them all.
You always have the coolest friends.
Well, let's not push it.
We do have cool friends.
I'm just lucky enough to know some great people. That's all it is.
Aw. Not us. We're not great people.
Well, neither am I. So that's the reason I'm lucky enough to know them.
When we were at Pride, they had these protesters that were across the street, and they like showed up straight up angry. Like they must have been hyping themselves up. So we're sitting in our little tent, and they're yelling, and they're like, "You have darkness in your heart." And I looked over there. I said, "I could have told you that. You didn't have to yell it at me."
How do you know me?
You know, the funny thing about that is those same protesters showed up in Jackson, Mississippi at the combine there in Jackson. What are you protesting? What are you protesting?
Some people will never be happy. Unless you think exactly how they think, then they're just not going to be happy.
I feel sad for people like that though, because I don't think they know who God really is.
Well, honestly, how can you walk around being that miserable all of your life? You've got to have something. You got to learn to have fun and enjoy yourself. If your idea of fun, if you believe your mission in life is to put down other people for whatever reason, that's sad.
But that's so not what God is all about. That's the opposite, in fact.
Oh yeah, well it's hypocritical.
Yeah, but see, that's man. That's mankind.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the important thing is we all have different beliefs. Just like we're all into different things, and that is the whole idea behind Super Geeked. We want to celebrate everything that everybody gets super geeked about because, we're all individuals. We're all unique. We all have special talents, and it's just, I think it's awesome. Like, I don't care if my friend believes completely opposite of me, and I love that because that makes that person who they are. And
well, you look at it this way, just like the old saying, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one. Most of them stink. Just don't shove yours in my face. But yeah, it's You're
I'm
never
not
going to
gonna
agree.
comment on that.
What's
I'm not going to comment on it because not everybody's thing. Just saying.
Oh, everybody's opinion does. If it's not yours, it always stinks.
In its naturalist form, maybe, but I mean, there are things that you can do to make that.
See, when you have to explain it this far down the line, it's just it just loses all sense of humor that I was intended to do.
You're getting too serious, Ollie.
Listen.
I don't want to know about. I don't want to know about the whole wipes that you can use and the flushables and
if you douche with vanilla extract, just saying, tastes like
I don't want to be. See. Now you got to be thinking like pooping chocolate ice cream, and it just all goes down a whole horrible road that I don't even want to think about.
What is happening with this conversation?
It just definitely went down the toilet.
We don't even know about your people fetish.
It's not a fetish if you love it.
Oh, wow.
All right, it may be about time to cut this off here.
Victoria's right, though. I mean, it is. We want to celebrate our differences because we're all different. And instead of saying, "Hey, let's all be the same," we want to celebrate what makes us different, and and that's what we kind of always. That's sort of our mission statement, I guess. And this year, the big thing was we wanted to diversify.
That was our word for 2020 was diversify.
That's right, and so one of the things that we wanted to do was like, hey, let's look at other things and let's do other things. Let's try other things and see how it works out. And I did a video. One of the videos that we did was me going out and finding a book that wasn't a horror novel or a fantasy or sci-fi or something like that.
Rock and roll autobiography.
A challenge.
Autobiography. So, I mean, and that was a lot of fun, but that was sort of in the spirit, and we're carrying that on. We're going to carry that on, even in spite of like the changing face of 2020. We're going to continue to carry that flag on into 2021.
Well, think about it. If everybody were exactly the same, you'd never discover anything new. You'd never find anything to be exciting in life. A lot of things grow from conflict, and conflict doesn't have to be a fighting, knockdown, dragging, yelling, and screaming match. We can agree to disagree, and as long as I feel that we can debate our feelings on things, or our opinions on things, or how we view things, but still be able to remain friends and no name calling, no yelling, no screaming, then that's what the world needs more of, rather than just the yelling to hear yourself yell. It's got to the point where it's whoever speaks the loudest, the longest wins. It should not be that way.
And what a gift we can have a conversation with somebody and learn something that we didn't know, especially as we get older. I feel like all of us are over the age of 40 now, and it's like we have a lot of life experiences, and your experience in life is totally different than mine. And what a gift that we can spend time together and learn things from each other without it being like some sort of competition or, this back and forth. Like, I don't have time for all that. I'm too old for that. Like, I can say that now because I'm middle-aged. But I feel like there's so much we can learn, and we just really want like to celebrate everybody and our differences, and not make them something that it's bad to be different, but it's good to be different. We're all weird, like we all have our own quirks, and so that's all we stand for is Super Geeked, is just celebrating that. Every one of our intros is we're here to celebrate what we get super geeked about and what you get super geeked about. And so if there's anybody who's watching who wants to be involved, we would love to have you on our channel. I would love to hear ideas about what you would like to do. Like, we're down for whatever. Well, if it's really raunchy, Ollie can do it by himself, but.
Well, the big thing is just like I said, just negate the negativity.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's a big thing. Like I said, I mentioned that before. A lot of the influences that we have coming into this were bands like the Bad Brains and John Joseph, who's who's pushing PMA every day on his channel, The Hard Truth. If you guys have, that's a shameless plug for John Joseph there. But The Hard Truth with John Joseph on YouTube, go check it out. This guy is incredible. If you read his book, his autobiography is incredible. But his story and how he came out of it and how he goes out into the community and teaches PMA. And if anybody doesn't know what PMA is, positive mental attitude, and that's what we're all about. You know, Victoria and I are.
I got the sticker on my car that says PMA all day.
PMA all
Well,
day.
the problem was she went to go find one that said PMS, but she got one that was spelled wrong.
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She can't read. But anyway, that's what we're all about. There's enough negativity out there in the world today, and especially, you know, I mean, like online and in some of the social media and things like that. There's a lot of negativity and there's a lot of attacks. So we wanted to kind of bring love, and we wanted to bring that PMA. We wanted to bring that, and
Good.
And that's what we kind of. I put my feet on the floor every day, thinking about how can I make this world a better place. Because if I leave this world today, do I leave a legacy? And where people say, God, he was a positive influence.
I'm gonna say you were a dick. I'm gonna write that on your headstone.
But a positive dick.
He knows I love him. He's my best friend, so I can say that.
That's true. I'll allow it.
I mean, if I'm gonna let him feed me to the zombies, like seriously, that's friendship.
Well,
Yeah.
well, all right, guys. Y'all got anything else y'all want to promote or push before we
No,
get on out of here?
Just check out our YouTube channel. I mean, we're
There you go.
supposed to have anybody, and we have all kinds of content. You can skip around, watch whatever you want, and yeah, if anybody's interested, we would love to feature you on our channel. I know Brad was on here. He's got a nice collection. Like, we can show off people's collections. You know, we're down to do whatever.
And y'all can be found on Instagram and Facebook and under Super Geeked. Ollie, you can look at him on Etsy under, was it Etsy? Under,
Yeah.
what was the thing? Werewolf?
Dust to Dust Studios.
Dust to Dust Studios, okay. And you can find Victoria's stuff on Poshmark. And when Gaela gets around next time, we can find her stuff on wherever it is.
The easiest way to find everything is to go to our Instagram, the Super Geeked, and we have a link tree in our profile, and all our links are there. So mine and Gaela's Poshmarks, mine and Ollie's Etsy's, our YouTube channel, everything's on there.
Yeah. Well, cool, guys. Well, thanks a lot, and we will see y'all next time.
Well, thanks for having us, Scott. We love you.
Good
Love
luck.
you too. And here we are. We are live with Ming Chen and Mike Zapsik from a Shared Universe podcast studio and Comic Book Man.